Hi everyone, welcome to my fourth vlog where I'll be looking at running drills, specifically the A-skip. Originally developed by Polish track and field coach Gerard Mak, the A-skip, as demonstrated on the screen, is a popular drill used by many track athletes due to various similarities between the drill and actual running. A-skips can be used to challenge an athlete's skill level through the introduction of technical concepts required for effective sprinting and also any capacity limitations resulting from a lack of specific strength. However, the drill should not be seen as only having applicability to track athletes, as sprinting speed is an important quality in various team sports. Therefore, some of these athletes may also benefit from incorporating some running drills into their preparation. In the following section, I will analyse my own attempt at the A-skip, highlighting deviations from the technical model, their implications and potential derivative exercises that I could utilise to improve both skill and capacity related elements of the exercise. The A drills can be performed in marching, skipping or running versions and are structured in a manner to allow for a gradual progression in the complexity of the drill once an athlete has mastered the previous phase. Beginning with an A march introduces the athlete to the basic shapes required at various stages of the gait cycle in a very slow manner with emphasis on limb position rather than movement speed. For the recovery leg, the technical model states that the athlete should aim to focus on achieving their thigh parallel to the ground whilst ensuring the heel is as close to the backside as possible. This can be cued by telling the athlete to step over the standing knee. It is also important to ensure the ankle is dorsiflexed during the recovery phase in preparation for ground contact. When analysing my own A march, it would appear I am able to step over my support knee, ensuring a faster recovery of the swing limb. I also display an ability to achieve a parallel thigh and a dorsiflexed ankle on the recovery limb. However, I fail to stay on the ball of my foot on my support leg, which lowers hip height. When played through in real time, it is apparent I am able to achieve the aggressive downward drive and foot strike, further supported by the audible feedback of the foot strike. It is recommended that once an athlete has mastered the correct limb positions required in performing the A march, they should progress their speed of movement, introducing a more challenging rhythm element to the drill. The rhythm pattern for the A-skip starts with a double foot contact, followed by contacts 2 and 3 on the right foot, a double foot contact on 4, contacts 5 and 6 occur on the left foot, before a double foot contact again on 7. The cycle then repeats itself. The A-skip can be simplified to aid the learning of the rhythm pattern by reducing the degree of knee lift until the athlete's skill level is sufficient to progress. When analysing my own skip, it appears I have acquired the necessary rhythm, however my thigh pass is much higher than parallel, leading to lumbar flexion. This is undesirable as now there is a lack of correspondence between this excessive hip flexion and efficient sprint running. The recovery of the swing limb will be slower as a result of the inability to flex the heel to the backside. When comparing my own skip with that of a track athlete, the aforementioned flaws are apparent. The track athlete achieves the heel to butt position much better than I do, with 22 degrees greater knee flexion, aiding the speed in which the swing limb can be recovered and set up for subsequent ground contact. Also, the track athlete flexes his hip to 94 degrees, whereas I flex mine 38 degrees more, leading to lumbar flexion. The final obvious difference would be the degree of dorsiflexion at the ankle the track athlete is able to achieve is 23 degrees greater than mine, allowing for a force application through a greater range of motion on ground contact. To address some of these limitations, it would be recommended that I regress to more basic versions of the A drills, such as unilateral wall drills, during which I am able to step over the support knee with no lumbar flexion. When cued regarding thigh height, I am able to achieve the parallel thigh position. This helps to facilitate an improved heel to butt position, assisting in the speed of limb recovery. These improvements in a more basic version of the A drills suggest my limitations are mainly skill based as opposed to capacity based. Further appropriate progressions from this point would be unilateral versions of the A drills as demonstrated, allowing the athlete to focus on the recovery mechanics of only one swing limb. The velocity of this movement can be increased as the athlete has mastered the aforementioned technical points. Parallel thigh, heel to butt, dorsiflexed ankle on the swing limb and an aggressive downward drive. To address the capacity-based limitation of excessive lumbar flexion when performing the A-skip, it would be recommended that I also look to strengthen the muscles of the lumbar pelvic region. Following a progression of dead bug exercises would address this, ensuring a neutral spine is maintained whilst undertaking hip flexion and extension with contralateral shoulder flexion and extension, as seen when running. Once mastery of the A-skip has been achieved, progressing on to drill to sprint combinations where the athlete begins by performing the drill and aims to seamlessly transition into a sprint can aid transfer of training from the A-skip to actual sprint running.